Hi Aquarius, welcome back to Crystal's Tarot. This is going to be a reading for your sun, moon, rising, and possibly Venus sign depending on what shows up today. If you're interested in knowing the decks used in today's reading or you want to reach out to me for a personal reading, you can find all that information in the description box listed below. With that being said, I did want to remind everyone, stay in your power, never give it away to a reading, a reader, anyone, or anything else. We all have been blessed with our own intuition and our own internal guidance system. However, today's reading is intended to assist you on your path to your greatest and highest good. With that being said, we're going to start by cleaning out our energy. Inhale and exhale as it feels comfortable to you. Okay. We're going to start today by pulling a major arcana before we get started to kind of give us an idea of like our overall energy for Aquarius for December of 2020. Aquarius for December of 2020. Okay, you have the devil. Let's see what else. And the death card. So what this speaks about to me is there's something you're trying to transition in regards to unhealthy thoughts, unhealthy ways of doing things. You want to release any negative energies that are binding and restricting for you so that you can allow yourself to have a more abundant, more nurturing, more joyous environment, future, so that you could be more hopeful going forward. So any of these negative energies that were difficult for you to manage or bear in the past, you're trying to put an end to them and allowing yourself to kind of go through that transition period. As awkward and as uncomfortable as it might be, you're trying to heal any like codependency, any negative thought processes, any like, what is it? It's like I'm getting like where it's a codependent energy, but it's more like or it's where like people have made you feel negative. People have kind of made you feel like you can't have the things that you want to have, or you can't do things the way that you want to do. They made you feel guilty or bad in some way for wanting differently, doing differently. So you're trying to move away from that negative energy and bring in something that's more abundant and nurturing for yourself. And basically any negative energies that you don't feel feed your soul, you're trying to put an end to that, and you're trying to transition them so that they're more positive and nurturing and healthy going forward. For Aquarius for December 2020. Aquarius for December 2020. Prince, stop. Sorry, I have a Neapolitan Mastiff, and he's over here pouting. What? Aquarius for December 2020. All right, guys, got one more shuffle. Aquarius for December 2020. Aquarius for December 2020. Aquarius for December 2020. Actually, this one. This one. Aquarius for December 2020. Oh, that's cute. All right. Bottom of the deck energy, you have the High Priestess. So you're trying to use your intuition to kind of guide you into what needs to stay and what needs to go. How do you go about doing that? The High Priestess, she's somebody who has an intuition. She knows her truth, but she doesn't always speak it. So I feel like you might potentially having difficulty right now or insecurities in regarding speaking your truth and bringing it to light. But you're like heavily dwelling on an energy of like, okay, there's things that are not happy and nurturing for you that you need to release. But I feel like you're having difficulty like communicating that fully to the people in your environment. Or if you are communicating it, I feel like you're doing it in a way that is like kind of passive aggressive somewhat. So the people that you might be communicating it to, they might be taking it more as a joke than an authentic feeling. One more, and then we're going to pull our clarifiers. Thank you, Spirit. For Aquarius for December 2020. Aquarius for December 2020. Aquarius for December 2020. Aquarius December 2020. Oh my, okay. Aquarius for December 2020. Aquarius for December 2020. Getting that there's another clarifier for the outcome, so we're going to pull that. Okay. And for the clarifying final or bottom of the deck, sorry, you have the Eight of Swords. So I feel like this is really like Eight of Swords speaks about like mental conflict where you're restricting yourself with your thoughts. And I'm also getting like your words. You're kind of like thinking like I should say it this way, I should say it that way, and then you have like this mental conflict about no, it's not going to be taken well, they're not going to understand me. And that's why I went over like the High Priestess. She knows her truth, she just doesn't always communicate it. And I feel like you're having a struggle in finding a way or a way that people, a better way for people to actually understand what you're trying to like communicate to them. Okay, so in your current energy, you have the King of Pentacles clarified with the Emperor. So in your current energy, like you're really trying to stand in your power. The King of Pentacles, he's like, he's confident. He's able to build things. He's able to create things. And with the Emperor, there's somebody who like controls the situation. There's somebody who maintains their own personal strength in a situation. And what's crossing that, you have the Four of Swords clarified with the Strength card in the reverse. So what this is speaking about to me is that on the outside, you're really standing in your power. You're being firm. People aren't really noticing the shakiness that's going within you. But on the inside of you, you're having like this, I feel like some of you have been through like a difficult past that was hurtful for you. And it caused you to like kind of like have, it's like a lack of confidence in how you do things. It's there's like shaky ground in a way. So I feel like on the outside, people see you as like you're, and you're also like putting out this persona, like you know what you're doing, everything's under control, you're managing everything well. But on the inside, there's something that you drastically want to change, and you're having difficulty standing in that power and having like that Emperor energy of controlling the situation the way that you want to. So you're putting out that energy of like, yep, I got it, it's under control. But on the inside, you're like, I really want to change something, and I'm not sure how to get them to understand or to get them to do what I'm needing. Or maybe it's like an environment that you're in, like you want to change something, but you're not sure how to go about it. Like if you're wanting to change your career, I feel like you're kind of having like thinking about past careers that you've had that didn't go very well, and that previous times where you might have spoke up and asked for a raise or asked for like some sort of promotion in some way, it didn't go well for you. So you want to step forward now because you know you're worth it and you know that you can do it. but at the same time, you have like this hesitation about you because of the past hurt and disappointment that you've experienced. And so you're having like some difficulty having like being able to stand firm with what you want now, with what you want to communicate, with what you want to do now. In your underlying energy, you have judgment clarified with the Two of Pentacles. So what this speaks about to me is there's something that you're wanting to transition for sure, and you're having a hard time balancing it, whether it's balancing how those changes come about or balancing how you communicate that. But there's something that you want to transition and change it around because you don't feel like it's fair for you. You feel like there's a better way to do things. But you're kind of struggling again with how do you do that? How do you go about that? How do you transition something within a relationship or a group of energies and still have a good relationship with those people? And I feel like you're fearful of like, if you speak up for yourself, that other people are going to think of you negatively or like you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. So you're kind of like sticking in that energy of like, you're kind of keeping it to yourself right now, even though it's something that you do want to change. It's something you do want to transition. In your recent past, you have the Seven of Swords clarified with the Five of Swords. So in your recent past, either you or somebody that you know tried to get away with something. There might have been some mental conflict about a situation where you found somebody was sneaky, hiding, cheating, and or there was like, if you might have also had like verbal communications and conflicting communications in regards to somebody not being fully forthcoming with you. And I feel like some of that energy kind of leads into how you're currently feeling as well, of like really like not having that confidence in a way to change things the way you want to change them. In your crowning energy, you have the Hangman clarified with the Three of Wands. So what this speaks about to me is there's something you want to do, see, change, be, but you're not sure how to go about it. So you're just waiting on like spirit, or like you're waiting for signs and synchronicities to show you the right way or to guide you. You want to feel supported in this situation, and I don't feel like you do. So you're kind of just like sitting back to yourself and like, yeah, that would be nice to have that. That would be nice to be able to say that or do that. But you're not sure how to do it. So you're just kind of sitting in that energy, waiting for spirit to guide you. In your future energy, your near future, you have Justice clarified with the Five of Wands. So what I'm seeing here is that there's going to come a point where you just kind of get tired of waiting by the wayside. There might be something that happens and you have to fight for something, either for yourself or for somebody that you know or love. And you feel like it's fair. You feel like fighting for something brings balance to a situation. I'm more feeling like you're willing to fight for yourself. You're willing to acknowledge that your past doesn't have to be your future. Even though there might have been disappointments in your past, it's the past. And that you've learned your lessons from it and you're wanting to grow and move forward. And I feel like with the Judgment card here, like if you can see, she has the scales right here on this side. She's holding the scales, and then she's holding the Sword of Truth. So the Sword of Truth, what that represents is being willing to cut the bullshit, basically, to bring in balance and fairness. As you see, she's holding those scales. I don't know if you can see it very well. I think you can. So, and with this, to clarify this, you have the Five of Wands. And what the Five of Wands speaks about is conflict, it's argument. It's like, it could be physical conflict, but it can also be like argumentative. So I feel like in your near future, you're going to have to fight for yourself to bring in balance. Like you might catch somebody in a lie and have to call them on their bullshit and be like, no, that's not the truth. This is the truth. They're not going to receive it very well, more than likely. But you're going to be willing to stand in your power. Like, no, I know that you're doing X, Y, and Z because I know. Or like if you're at work and somebody has, like, if you're at work and it's work related and you're wanting a promotion, it's going to be that energy of like where you finally get the strength to step forward and say, okay, I feel like I'm entitled to a promotion. I know I've been doing a good job. I feel like I'm entitled to one. I feel like it's only fair for the workload that I do. And then I feel like somebody's going to say, no, it's just not in the budget, or no, we actually want to promote so and so instead. And then you're going to feel like a cut within you, and it's going to be like, it's going to like, you're not even going to realize it, but you're going to be like, no, I put in more work than they do. I've been here longer at the company. Whatever it is, you're going to stand up for yourself. And if it's in a relationship, you might be asking somebody to do something and they don't want to, and you're telling them this is only fair. So it could be multiple situations for you guys. And remember, it is a collective reading, but I feel like in your near future, you're going to be able to stand up for yourself and bring justice and fairness and balance to yourself, even if you have to fight for it. How you feel about yourself, you have the Strength card clarified with the Hermit. So what this speaks about to me is that you realize how strong you are internally, and how strong you are internally, even though that energy is currently crossing you in the reverse. You have the Strength in the reverse, but you know, ultimately, like, that's just your past energy. You currently know that you've been through a lot, you've learned a lot in this life, and you're willing to look at the uncomfortable things to learn the lessons that you need to learn from it, so that you can have that confidence and that internal power to go forward. It's like where you're standing in your power, and you're not allowing other people to control you or tell you what you're supposed to be doing, because you know the truth here with the Hermit. You've went in and did like a deep dive. You did like the dark night of the soul. So you know what your worth is. You know what's fair for you. You know what's just for you. And you're standing in that power. You're not letting other people tell you. And even if they're willing to say it, you're not listening to it. If other people try and put you down or cut you down or belittle you in some way, you know that that's not true. You know that that's something that's their own internal issue that they're struggling with. You know it's not an accurate reflection on yourself. Other people see you. You have the Eight of Pentacles clarified with the Queen of Swords. So I feel like other people see that you're working on your power. Other people see that, like, you just kind of have your head down and are grinding, trying to get your work done, trying to build your abundance, bring your prosperity in. But at the same time, they see that you're willing to stand in your truth and speak authentically. I feel like people know that they could come to you for advice as well, and that you're going to be open and honest with them and sincere. And even if it's a harsh advice for them or harsh truth for them, you try and like pat it a little bit, like sugarcoat it a little bit, because you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. So I feel like people know, like, when they need advice, they know that they could come to you. In your hopes or fear energy, you have the Four of Pentacles clarified with the Moon. I'm reading this as more of a fear. You're fearful of having to hold on to things the way that they've been. You're fearful of not knowing the full truth of a situation. You're fearful of potentially having to stay in negative emotions and not having clarity. And you don't want to do that. You want to move onward so that you can have, like, you want joy, you want prosperity and abundance. You want like the due recognition, and like, because you've already paid your dues. So now you want the benefit of everything that you've reaped, and you're fearful that that's not going to come in. You're fearful that you're going to continue to have to stay like conflicted in some way, like restricted, and like held back in some way. The final outcome, should everything remain the same, you have the Ten of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Ace of Cups, clarified with the Nine of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. So I see that you're going to actually get what you want, as long as you continue to maintain your power and stay in your power and speak up for yourself and bring yourself the balance and fairness. I feel like once you start to speak up for yourself and say and like show people that they're not just going to get over on you, that's going to like kind of catch them off guard a little bit, and they're going to be like, oh, like they'll be impressed with it, and then they'll want to continue to feed into your energy of improving you, progressing you, moving you forward. So what I'm getting here is that the final outcome, should things remain the same, you might have a love offer, or like your family environment might become stable and stronger than what you've known it to be in the past, and or this potential career that you're very passionate about, you're going to get it. And you should expect to see a progression in your finances, whether for some of you, it's like a progression in your finances. Others, it's just prosperity in general. So that could be like your internal strength. It could be like getting a promotion at work. It could be having a new offer provided to you that's authentic, genuine, passionate, like has a little bit of magic within it. Something that you're not really expecting. It's something you hope for, but you're not necessarily expecting. And with that, like once you're going to move away from the negative things, the conflict energy, and moving away from that and like really standing in your power, that's going to bring you your confidence. It'll make you be able to like really stand on your own, like basically like you'll be able to pay your bills. You'll be able to like go out and about and people will notice you. There's going to be like abundance energy to you that other people are going to find nurturing and inspiring. But at the same time, I feel like there's going to be like you're going to still look back and have those doubts from time to time. So I feel like spirits, like you don't want history to repeat itself. And so I feel like you're really focusing heavily on improving yourself, improving your environment. But you're fearful that like history might repeat itself. So I feel like spirits really trying to instill within you to kind of like maintain that internal strength, like maintain clearing away negative energies. Maintain letting those negative energies come to an end. They are not serving you. They are not providing you any growth. So it's spirits like really advising you to kind of stay in this realm of like where you're looking at things that don't serve you. Relationships, people, places, feelings, whatever it might be. And transitioning and moving onward and upward from those, because you have a beautiful future ahead of you and Spirit's trying to help you to get there. Spirit wants you to let go of the things that hold you back and make you feel weighed down so that you can move into your confidence, into your abundance, into your prosperity and your wealth. Let's see. We're going to get doorways to close this reading off. Draw down the moon. The forest mirths dance in sheer delight, singing soft songs, find us in the wind good night. So I feel like for some of you, there might be times, like especially as you go to sleep, you have like a lot of thoughts in your Aquarius, like they're an air sign. So I feel like there's times where you have these thoughts about you that you're hopeful, but at the same time you have this concern of like, it might not work out the way I want it to. I might not get the benefit that I'm seeking, whatever it is. And I feel like Spirit's advising you to stop doing that. Like spend your time when you're going to sleep or like even throughout the day. Spend that energy, that thought energy, instead of remembering difficult times, remember the knowledge, the awareness, the strength that you've gained from it, and focus that energy on what your potential is, not what your past has been. So if you're looking to have a new job, like focus on, I have all these skills. Like I know I'm a good employee. I know I come to work on time. If it's a relation, instead of like, oh, last time I got passed up for promotion. If it's a relationship, focus on the relationship that you want to bring in, how you want to feel when you think of that relationship, not your past experiences. So I feel like really you're being advised to let go of those past wounds, the things that were difficult for you, the things that didn't allow you to progress in the way that you wanted, the things that didn't like come to fruition in the way that you wanted, and focus because it was there to teach you a lesson. It was there to show you something. So now you're being advised to learn your lesson and move forward from that so that you can create the things that you want to create in life. Okay, you got a lot of messages here. But like I always tell you guys, I'm not one of those readers like, oh, it's too many cards. I'm going to read you your message, always. Okay, so the first one, you have the art of life, destiny, Deeper, and walk about. So I'm going to read these to you. So the first one, the art of life, you have, there's no sacred light in the aura of invisible life. Be bold in your skin, let your love dance and shine. Insight, sorry. So let's go over these individually. So what I'm getting from this is that there's, like, again, even though there's been things that have happened in your past, life is about progression. It's about forward movement. So learn your lessons. Be bold with who you are now. Be confident in yourself now, and expect that to allow you to shine. And in that environment, when you're allowing yourself to shine and be your authentic self, other people will notice that, and they'll feel more confident to let their light shine as well. So you'll be able to bring healing to other people as well as yourself by standing in your own, standing in yourself, your confidence, like being your authentic self. And then you have destiny. Destiny, the door closes, another opens for you. Let the plans of destiny unravel true. So what this speaks about is, just like before, your past does not have to be your future. There's beautiful things in store for you. You just have to let them in. And then we have deeper. And then it's, you are not finished. You are not yet done. Dig deeper and deeper. The best is yet to come. Hold on, hold on. So I feel like it's just constantly like reiterating it, that like there's more ahead of you. Don't give up the fight now. Like, keep fighting for yourself. There's nothing more worth fighting for than for yourself, your security, your stability, your freedom. So continue to fight for yourself. Continue to be the authentic you. Was it dig deeper and deeper? I feel like that's like looking at like it's the dark night of the soul kind of. It's like you look at the things that caused you hurt and trauma, and you turn that into healing for yourself. And then you turn that into knowledge and grace. And then walk about. Walk about. You discover your path in sacred walkabout. The trees are your people. The earth is your tribe. In indigenous lessons, you find the will to survive. So I feel like even though you've had some struggles in life, regardless of how long ago it was or how often it has been, you do have beautiful things in store for you. So I feel like you're really being encouraged to let your like attracts like. So if you're sitting in that energy of feeling defeated and not allowing your voice to be heard, you're going to draw people in that keep you in that energy. But once you stand in your power, and once you're confident in doing so, and you get more comfortable in doing so, that's when your blessings come in. And that's when you like bring in your soul tribe. And if you, even though we can't like really necessarily be around because of COVID and everything right now, we can't necessarily go about in the ways that we wanted to or we used to be able to do. There's still ways of reaching out to people. There's still a bunch of online things. There's still ways to connect. And me personally, I feel like this is a beautiful time for us and the planet to kind of heal ourselves, to like really look deep in ourselves and see what things that we need to transition. And it looks like you're in the process of doing that. So I feel like Spirit's really encouraging you to continue to do that. I feel like Spirit's very proud that you started to take these actions. So I feel like you're being encouraged to keep moving forward, to allow your voice to be heard, especially through yourself. Listen to the things that your body, that your intuition is telling you, and don't minimize it and don't sacrifice it. Okay, Aquarius, we're going to close this off with our singing bowl again. There's beautiful things in store for you. You just have to be willing to let it in. If this reading has resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe if you've not already done so. If you feel like this reading could be helpful for somebody you know, please feel free to share it with them. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of love and light. Thank you.